I sprayed on my own Flex Seal shoes, and this is me climbing a mountain in them. This stuff can apparently rubberize and waterproof anything, which makes it potentially the secret sauce for making real spray-on shoes, the ultimate minimalist footwear. I'm forcing myself to wear these for the next 100 hours. I honestly have no idea how this is gonna go. Will I get in trouble wearing these things out in public? Are they actually gonna make my socks waterproof? And are they even close to strong enough for me to finish a race in them and make it to the top of this mountain? We're about to find out. And just to raise the stakes, if I fail to complete any of these tests before the time is up, I have to wear whatever's left of these things when I take my wife to the nicest restaurant in town at the end of this challenge. And that would make me look like a fool. Who would even wear shoes like that? So, this all starts with one of the last remaining relics of an era when for some reason these Phil Swift ads were all over online.
I sawed this boat in half!
It's not even a don't try this at home. Just don't try this. Phil, he's gone insane. He came in here earlier with a knife and a chainsaw.
Now that's a lot of...
And this relic I'm talking about is a mysterious photo that inspired all of this. If you don't know what to feel when you look at this, that's completely normal. No one quite knows if this is a hell yeah or totally cursed. Regardless, this image has been permanently burned in my head since I saw it. And I believe that's because I am the chosen one. This could be cool or very bad. Oh, that? You wanna know what that is? So I've seen a couple other people try to make Flex Seal shoes, but they either spray them directly on their feet or they just turn into cylindric blobs of socks. If we're gonna really do this experiment, we have to do it the right way. I want these shoes to be actually shaped like my foot. So I made plaster molds of my feet. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. So the Flex Seal can take as long as it needs to dry. That's the idea anyway. Kind of feels good. Couldn't find any masks, but I do have these. I'm kind of like holding my breath and I don't want to get cancer. Uh-oh. I just sprayed the crap out of these things because I wanted them covered. That shape doesn't look quite right. Here we go, round two. Okay. That's just the reflection. Oh, wow. Cool. Hi, it's been 22 hours and I'm done waiting. They are pretty dry. I was afraid that these would be just like socks basically, but they're definitely not just gonna be like socks. Uh-oh. Come on, baby. Yeah, get off. I did it. Wow. That's a little different than I thought it might look. They're really light. Well, once I put these on, I guess the challenge will have begun. It's hard to describe the feeling I just felt. Oh, okay, this one's not quite as good. Okay. This one fits shockingly well. This one is slightly tighter. The heel doesn't go back as far. The timer starts now. I can officially wear no other shoes until I've worn these for 100 hours. So right away, I'm seeing they're flexible, a little bit sticky, a bit warm, but yeah. So, I don't know how dirty they're gonna be, so I guess I'll just do my best to wipe them off. The other thing I'm gonna be doing is wearing this at all times, only when I have the Flex Seal shoes on. So I'm gonna reset this, and if I can get this to max out, which is 99,999 steps, you have to subscribe. That's the challenge. 100,000 steps. There you go. Wow, that didn't even get a single step. Here we go. He thought it didn't work. All right, so we're right there. By the end of this challenge, this whole thing will be red somehow. Now, one thing is, I am curious. They do smell really chemically, so I'm thinking it might not be great to have these constantly touching my bare skin. But let's try wearing some socks, see how that goes.
Anyways, I got with that.
Kate just got home.
Wow. They do feel crazy.
Does it look like I should be doing a
river dance. That's exactly what it looks like. There is a faintly weird smell in the house.
Yeah. It's I got used to this smell as I worked through the first 6 hours of this challenge. And before I knew it, it was already time for the first test. Going out in public. I'm going to the gym. This is my soft launch. Although with 100 hours, I have a feeling I will be going out in public more than once. So the goal of this challenge is first of all to see if anybody gives me any trouble wearing these things in public. And second, just seeing what it's like wearing these things in the real world. So in I went. I didn't know if somebody would stop me at the front desk, but nobody did, and I started my workout as usual, fully ready to be judged by anybody who saw my feet. I can almost convince myself that they don't look that weird. Maybe it's just me, but I've worn worse things to this gym. It's true. I definitely know what it's like for everybody to be looking at me in this gym. I hate this. This feels illegal. But to my surprise, even as I'm pacing around in these bright red shoes with Flex Seal, it was almost like no one noticed. But, as I suspected, this would be far from the only time that I wore these things out in public. Over the following days, I'd go to the pizza shop, flea market, grocery shopping, coffee shop. And yes, this is a bit in the future, but I think it drives home this first challenge. People don't even notice. Like, no one will ever ask you. When I wear toe shoes, everybody's like, you can tell they're uncomfortable. This is like nothing. I thought this would be much harder, but like going out in public is kind of no big deal. You have to look directly at them kind of closely to realize, wait, those are weird. I don't know, do you agree, my dear?
Yeah.
But as far as how these things perform in the real world, okay, what the heck? I started to get a taste of what's to come in the hurdles that I had to leap over. I'm noticing the ground is very cold beneath my feet. If I have my feet pressed against a protruding object, it compresses into my shoe, the bottom of the shoe. So I was getting a little worried about the idea of running miles in a race and climbing a mountain, a rocky mountain, literally in the Rockies. But for now, challenge number 1 was complete and time marched on. If ever there was a barefoot shoe, well, if ever there was a barefoot, I don't really fully know if this qualifies as a shoe. It is kind of cool walking outside and feeling everything. There's a guy across the street. It was around this time that I suddenly remembered the step challenge. We've only got 4,200 steps. That is not even close to where we need to be. And I got a secret trick. If I walk on this sucker all day while I'm working, who knows how many steps I could get. Piece of cake. And this actually kind of went crazy style. Hey, 16,000. But I did notice something kind of odd. Do you hear that sound, by the way? The shoes seem to be getting stickier the longer I walk on this thing. You hear that? I don't know if they're like breaking down. So that's a little bit concerning, but hey, check it out. 20,000 steps, baby. Just in time for 20 hours. Going into this, I was pretty worried that it would just not work at all. That it would just be a stupid challenge and they would pretty much be exactly like socks. I'm pleased to say they feel totally different. It's kind of like wearing socks, but a little harder, a little weirder. Man, they look pretty gross though. Time was passing faster than I realized, and a certain event on my calendar was quickly approaching. You see, things have gone a little out of order here. We will come back to the second challenge, but we're skipping straight to the third because tomorrow I am running an officially designated race. That's right, I took us to a 2-mile race on the pavement because I just want to destroy these Flex Seal shoes. I put on warmer socks this morning, which is a good idea because my feet are already very cold. I'm not even number one. Oh, please. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And just like that, we're off. Flex Seal shoes versus cold pavement. I have 2 goals here. 1, simply cross the finish line, finish this 2-mile race, and 2, tell you what, I can tell when I step on a pebble. That's not good. See how rough it is on the shoes and my feet. I gotta say, I keep expecting them to break down or like cause a problem. Yeah. They're like completely fine. And now, allow me to introduce you to our main rivals for the race. We didn't know it yet, but we had just been passed by the kid in blue and the kid in yellow. I will be calling them the Blello twins. Just see how many times we pass each other over the course of this race. Okay, yeah, the muscles in my feet are definitely getting a little more tired than usual. Took some getting used to, but pretty quickly I forgot all about the shoes and was just focused on the race. Back and forth with the twins.
Woo-hoo! Go, go, go!
Yeah, thank you, cow lady.
Thank you!
Here, I believe the Blello twins made a huge mistake that would bite them in the butt later. Just like Lightning the Queen, they didn't take a pit stop while we freshed up on water. We got passed by those kids again.
We did, but they're dehydrated.
True.
So you can take them.
We passed each other a couple more times, and the next time we came up on them, I decided to make contact. Excuse me. Thanks. Hey, do you guys like my shoes?
Yeah.
I sprayed rubber on socks. And these are the shoes I'm using. Pretty cool. I don't think they like them. I did not hear him say that, but you can clearly see they nod and say yes. But at this point, I thought they just ignored me.
No. Are they speechless?
Yeah. So we moved on. The grass was actually kind of slippery. I had a close call with a rock. Ow! Oh, almost took me out of the race. And I didn't know it, but this would be the last time we ever passed the Blello twins. Maybe it was best that I wasn't even looking.
Hey, nice socks.
And before we knew it, we had made it all the way to the end.
Oh,
here it is. I did it. Race completed. There's only one thing left for us to do.
It's no longer Bob, it's Jeffrey.
Oh,
you know that?
Okay.
That's the name that all the kids are like,
Jeff.
ha ha ha.
My name's Jeff. The damage. We want to know what happened to the shoes.
They look fine. Slightly gray. Is that it wearing off?
I don't know, it's probably just dust. There's a couple little pebbles stuck in them. I don't know, they felt pretty great. I would run another one. Basically no real damage. My conclusion was, I'm realizing that if you're used to barefoot shoes, it's not that different, except for if you step on a really sharp pebble, you might die. Which does not bode well for when I will be climbing a mountain full of pebbles. But for today, we are victorious. We stayed and hung out in town for a while after the race. This is when we went to the coffee shop and the flea market and stuff like that. Now we just gotta get serious about getting these steps in. Check this out while I watch Air Bud. So this is like kinda cool, but then, oh yeah! Not bad, but I'm really struggling to keep up because the time just keeps going by. And all of a sudden, we were at halfway. Here's a little shoe update, 50 hours in. They're really holding up pretty well. Shockingly well, I might say. but we were about to get busy over the next 20 hours.
It just feels like I'm wearing like a crunchy sock. How do you like my shoe?
But I got to experience two different sides of the coin, and I did something that I never thought I would be doing in this challenge. But first, the good. I can step on these, no problem. You got these twigs that might give you I'm gonna spare you this part. I was really pumped about how you could walk on different things, but basically they will protect your feet from getting scraped up and hurt, punctured. So that's one thing, but what about the harsh, man-made grocery store floors? My feet are starting to hurt pretty bad. My heels kind of hurt. We're at 46,000 steps, and I'm starting to think that might be like by far the hardest part of this challenge.
Just getting the
It was not supposed to be. Yeah, but 100,000 steps is a lot. Pounding my feet on the hard surfaces. Real engineered shoes are starting to sound kind of nice. So after hearing that, what do you think is the next thing I'm gonna do? Pause the video now and leave your guess in the comments. Oh crap, he's already going. I'm running again. I had a dilemma. This coming Saturday, I have to run 13 miles, a half marathon, which I have never done before, or even close. But I'm not allowed to wear any other shoes until the 100 hours is up. And I started wearing these shoes in the middle of training. So I had two options. Either A, lie to you guys and just train in normal running shoes, or B, stick to the challenge, wear the Flex Seal shoes, and get a bunch more steps. So I definitely didn't expect to be running again, but here we are. Let's see if they hold up as well as they did last time. That's right. I was not sure if I should do this at first, but in the middle of this challenge, I willingly took these things for another run. If you're wondering how I'm not destroying my heel running in these, it's because I've learned to run in barefoot shoes, so I've learned to be lighter on my feet and not hit the ground with my heel. I've never noticed the benefit of that more than in this challenge. But still, something weird was happening. Is it just me, or do these shoes give me extra power? I feel super good running right now. My feet are just solid on the ground, springing me forward. I don't know if it's just because I've been training more recently, or if there's something special about the Flex Seal shoes. I don't really think so, but I'm feeling better right now than I do in the barefoot shoes I run in. Could just be me. Probably just me. There's no way, right? Pretty interesting. But take everything I say with a grain of salt. We just ran a 5K, 3.6 miles. 54,000 miles. That's probably the most chill run I've ever done in my life. This is a breeze. But the finish line was approaching and stuff was about to get real. Okay, so we've got 24 hours left. 2 challenges to complete. The challenge that we're doing next, it has the power to ruin the whole rest of this challenge. And I'm at 55,000 steps, which means I have 24 hours to get 45,000 steps. So I got walking. I had some errands to run, so I just walked to all of them. And over those hours, I started to notice something rather unpleasant. Right here hurts a little bit for some reason. My foot is slightly more bunched together. Ow, ow. The right one never fit quite as good, so I guess this is just the consequence. But I pushed through, visited Kate at work, and got almost 70,000 steps before I couldn't push it off any longer. The thing I had been dreading. It's time for the second to last test, the waterproofing test. The goal here is to see how resistant are these shoes to water? Do my feet get wet? And do the shoes stay intact? Because if they don't seal out the water, that fails one of the main claims of Flex Seal. Seals out moisture and water. That's kind of the whole point. It will also mean I will probably have to use wet shoes for the rest of this challenge. Phase 1 is the sprinkle test. Meant to simulate rain. This is like a drizzle. Okay, here goes nothing. This part didn't last long. I feel the heat from it. Uh-oh. Okay, status update. Hi. The bottoms of my feet are getting wet just from standing in the shower. Okay, phase 2 is the puddle test. I was kind of hoping it would pass phase 1, and this would be a little more interesting. But what happens if you step in a puddle? I don't really know what to say other than my feet are wet now. The Flex Seal did not protect me from the puddle.
This challenge sucks!
So I kind of thought this would be more interesting. Okay, ready for phase 3? But the mystery is kind of waning here. I don't know if knowing my fate makes this easier or harder. If there's no hope to be had, is it better not to know? I don't know. We all know what's about to happen. The full submerge test. Oh, that's cold. You're submerged. Yeah, my feet are soaked. These do not keep the water out. I'm hoping they at least keep the dirt out. Oh, I think we're starting to see some real wear, maybe for the first time. There's all these little cracks and stuff. So okay, not waterproof at all. However, we did complete the challenge. So I walked home in my soggy Flex Seal sock shoes and forced myself to get back on the treadmill. And you know what that means. And then wait for it, here we go. Ooh. I know. That's just the kind of editing I'm capable of. If you want one of these treadmills, by the way, I have a $100 discount code for them. I'll leave the link in the description. I don't know. I became an affiliate. They sponsored my last video, so. All in a day's work. I think that was like 30,000 steps today. And the next thing I knew, there we were. I've spent the last hours of this challenge just trying to get 100,000 steps. I'm now at 97,000 and I have 2 hours left, which should be just enough time for me to drive to the mountain, climb it, hopefully make it to the top, and get 100,000 steps. But I'll tell you what, in the last leg of this experiment, I've really started to feel like Flint Lockwood. I feel like I understand what it's like to have spray-on shoes. I get up in the morning, wear them all day long. It's easier to come and go outside in them, come back in. They're just sprayed on, perfectly molded to my feet. Pretty effortless. But I don't want to be Flint Lockwood anymore. I want to be Luke Wood. And Luke would like to wear not Flex Seal shoes anymore. So here we are. Challenge number 4. We're climbing this mountain. The 2 goals are to see 1, how much punishment the Flex Seal shoes can really take, and 2, how much punishment my feet end up taking. Oh, ow. And this is the best test I could think of to do that. This hike is 1.5 miles and I have to climb up around 500 feet. Now, is it the biggest mountain? No. But has anybody ever climbed it in shoes like these? I don't think so. These are by far the most aggressive rocks I've walked on so far. Oh my gosh, this terrain is nuts. But we are at 98,700 steps. I'm very interested to see what happens when this maxes out. Will it show 100,000? There's not enough digits for that. Will it show 99999? Will it reset? We do not know. It's never been done. We're the first. We're getting our first signs of damage here. Right here. We can see the sock starting to peek out. I think these sharp rocks are a problem. They're definitely a problem for my feet. Tell you what. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of trying to avoid stating the obvious here, but the Flex Seal shoes are not made for this. My feet do hurt a decent amount. I would recommend different shoes for this. However, I have been impressed After they got all wet yesterday, by the time I got home, they were pretty much totally dry. They dried way faster than normal socks. And I didn't even know if this challenge would be like possible to complete at all. I had no idea if the Flex Seal would just immediately break down or if it would basically be just like wearing socks, but it's not. I'm actually pretty amazed at these. Oh, ow, ow. I was going to say, I'm pretty amazed at these suckers. At this point it was getting rough. I tried to walk on the bigger, smoother rocks whenever I could, but I was so focused on just trying to ignore the pain that I almost forgot about part of the challenge. Oh, what amount of steps? Oh! And I hit focus at the same time. 99,999 steps.
I did it!
We
Let it do. It's time for you to blow up.
You didn't think I could do it. Read it and weep. Subscribe. Button's right there. Push it. And this is what it does. It flashes forever. I'll never reset this. Okay. It's right up past that bend. Okay, we did it. This is as high as you can get on this mountain trail.
All tests complete. I repeat, tests complete.
So, we have just a couple minutes to spare. I'll take them off in a minute when the challenge is up. And 2:17, challenge complete. Didn't have to wear the shoes on the date. 100,000 steps, 100 hours. Let's look at the damage, shall we? The shoes, really just, yeah, there's a couple spots where it's coming a little, the threads are starting to come out. Flex Seal's wearing down finally. The left one looks better. Left one has been better this entire challenge. I think I just did a better job spraying it. And my feet, little sore, but if you don't hike a mountain or walk 45,000 steps in 24 hours, they aren't so bad. So you decide. Do Flex Seals win? I'm ready to put on some real shoes, but I definitely should have brought some up here. If you watch till the end, you will probably like my next video where I'm running a half marathon in 3D printed shoes. I'm late. I gotta get to the starting line. So stick around, subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.